Welcome back everybody to Forza Horizon 6, and today we're taking a look at the 1968 Alfa Romeo Autodelta Tipo 33/2 Daytona. So this was produced between 1967 and 1968, exclusively for racing, although the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale is a road version of this, which we have in this game, and 28 examples of this were made, with 5 versions of the previous version of this car also being made. So definitely more of this was being made than that one. And yeah, so I'll break down the name for the car for you. So Alfa Romeo is obviously the manufacturer. Autodelta is a subsidiary of Alfa Romeo, and they were essentially the racing division of Alfa Romeo. Tipo 33 is the name of the first car, and with this being the evolution of that first car, the 2 is representing the fact that this is the second iteration, and Daytona is named after the racetrack, and yeah, this was named after that, after it won the 2-litre class at the 24 Hours of Daytona. So yeah, it's overall a very good looking racing car, to be honest. This is one reason why I do review these much older racing cars, is that they are typically more interesting visually and in terms of their engineering, and that is the case for this car on both fronts. And yeah, very pretty car as per usual from Alfa Romeo. And yeah, though being a racing car, it is very basic on the interior. As you can see, minimal amount of dials. In fact, the only one that is really relating to what the driver needs to know in terms of the engine is the rev counter, which is on its side. But you do have other dials there in terms of, you know, your oil temperature, your water temperature, and pressure and such. But yeah, no idea at all while in this car what kind of speed you are doing. All you are going to be knowing is that you're going to be going very, very fast, because not only does this have plenty of power, it has only 1,529 pounds in the way of weight holding it back. It is rear-engined, well, say mid-engined and rear-wheel drive, while also having a 6-speed manual gearbox, which, as you can see, is right at the back of the car. And yeah, the engine itself is a impressive one, really. It's a 2-litre V8 engine, producing 270 horsepower and 160 pounds-feet of torque. Now, a slightly larger V8 would eventually be put in this car at 2.5 litres, and that would produce 315 horsepower. But this is plenty of power in a car that, like I said, does not weigh very much at all. As you can see, when it's stripped this part of the bodywork away, as you can see, all really there is the suspension, the engine, and the transmission. So yeah, very little in the way of weight, despite the fact that it's not the smallest car in the world. And that means that, yeah, not only do you have a good deal of acceleration, because you've not got much weight holding it back, but you also got plenty in the way of handling and braking. And I am genuinely surprised by how well this actually handles and drives overall, because, you know, it's a near 60-year-old car at the end of the day, but even a near 60-year-old racing car is still better than you know, most other you know, road cars from the time. And even though it's not got the most amount of power compared to other mid-engine rear-wheel drive cars of the era, like the Miura for instance, it definitely does handle a lot better, and part of that is down to the fact that it weighs so little. So yeah, but nonetheless, let's get out onto the Hakubu circuit and see just what this car can do. Right, here we are once again at the Hakubu circuit, and as per usual, let's hear what the car sounds like, and we'll talk about it some more. So yeah, as you can see, a very high revving V8 engine with this, you know, 10,000 RPM, although the slightly larger version with the more power only got to around 9,000 apparently. But yeah, as far as this engine goes, it sounds absolutely superb. I really am a fan of smaller cubic capacity engines that have a fair decent amount of cylinders. So, you know, I'm a big fan of like 2-litre V6s and such. And yeah, a 2-litre V8 is right up my street. In fact, the Alfa Romeo Montreal, which is a front-engine GT car, also had a 2-litre V8, and yeah, I think also the Fiat 8V also had a small cubic capacity V8 as well. And yeah, it's something that Italians seem to have only been the ones doing that kind of thing when it comes to, you know, road cars. So it's really nice to see that they're able to do it with their racing cars as well. And yeah, this is an absolute superb car to drive. It's really, really well balanced, which is despite the fact that it's got 54% of the weight at the rear and 46% at the front. And yeah, you wouldn't really know it because it's so well balanced overall. Yes, you can get the rear going out at times, but there's very minimal, if any at all, understeer. And yeah, just handles superbly. And that again is despite the fact that, you know, you're dealing with 1960s technology. But yeah, the general lack of weight really is helping with the handling and braking with this overall. It also helps with the acceleration. 0 to 60 in only 3.5 seconds. 0 to 100 in 7.15 seconds. And it will go to a top speed of 183 miles an hour, despite only having 270 horsepower. So yeah, all in all, a very, very impressive car, quite frankly. And yeah, it's another new Alfa Romeo to the Forza series. Third one in a row now, actually, after, you know, the Alfa Romeo GTAM and the other racing car from the 90s that we've had as well. So yeah, really, really pleased that this is in the game. I know I'm not typically a fan of racing cars, which I know is a little bit ironic given this is a racing game, but it's more, you know, classic ones like this that are more right on my street when it comes to this kind of vehicle. And yeah, this absolutely excels. And if we do get the likes of the Alfa Romeo Montreal, as well as, say, the Alfa Romeo 75, then we'll probably have the best lineup of Alfa Romeos ever in a Forza game. I know it's probably a long shot that those two cars will be added, but if they are, yeah, like I said, we'll definitely have the best lineup of Alfa Romeos ever. I think only the likes of the Alfa Romeo SZ is the only other one I can think of that we wouldn't have in this game if that wasn't included as well. But on the whole, yeah, it's an impressive lineup for Alfa on this game so far, and yeah, this is another worthy addition to the lineup of vehicles on this game from them. And yeah, an excellent addition via the car pass as well, and that is the only means upon which you can get this car so far. But yeah, it's well worth getting the car pass because, quite frankly, there's been no car there that I've reviewed that I've been, you know, overly disappointed with. And yeah, this is another one of those. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.